Or it starts ticking.
What?
I don't think the mic's on.
Mic's not on.
Jiggity jiggity.
And all the pre-buttons are on.
There we go. How about that? All right, this is Jeff. This is pretty much how I talk, and we got Drew a PlayStation 4 camera today. It's going to be exciting to watch him put his face on the internets more often.
Bring it down just a bit. Bring it down.
Okay, keep going.
Still testing. I wonder what Drew's going to do with his PlayStation 4 camera. He'll turn it on. He'll probably be appropriate in every way, is my guess. If I was a betting man, that's what I would say.
My mic. Check my mic.
Okay. All right. Oh, this is like kind of high sitting, and I don't really understand why. But anyhow, I think this is about here. Wait, what? Okay, there we go. I think I'm at the Drew height. And usually, like, you sit here and you like make out with your mic the whole time, like, hey, how you? So I'm.
He gets real close.
He gets real close. Okay, there we go. I think I'm at the Drew height. And usually, like, you sit here and you make out with your mic the whole time, like, hey, how you?
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah. I'm just going to judge and say this sounds good. He gets real close.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah. I'm just going to judge and say this sounds good. I want my computer.
Alright. Shows up, shows on. We're recording and streaming.
It says 53 starting. Oh, it just disappeared. Cool. Alrighty. Princess Rika says, "Hop."
Hi, Princess Rika.
Who is that? Do we know who that is? Stop the podcast, says Freddie.
No.
What's Freddie say stop?
No.
Stop the podcast.
Stop the insanity. Never.
Freddie got a hawk moon during the raid on Saturday night. I didn't. It was his second one, and I was a little pissed.
Right, I understand.
Only mildly.
All right, I'm here. Continue. Okay, cool.
I'm going to be like creeping on your computer the whole time.
Oh, that's fine. I'll put up something that you can creep on.
Just put.
Dude,
put
we
on
should
us.
remake R.
What's up,
Kelly's.
Jeffrey?
What song is it? R. Kelly's Regulator. When he's is that the one who's like, "Let me freak." We should make a song called "Let Me Creep."
Let me creep.
Let me creep. Oh, mama, let me creep.
Well, that just happened.
We could totally do that. All right, 53 is live. I gotta fix that.
Sing to me.
Let me creep. Oh, mama, let me creep.
No, it's good. This is what's all?
That was some good singing. That was some good singing, y'all.
Okay. Tweets and Facebook, and we'll do this show.
Did you tweet it?
I think
tweet
auto
it.
tweeted. You can jump on that and throw it out.
Social, Twitters. That was some
Yeah.
good singing. That was some good singing, y'all.
I don't know.
I got 2 hawk moons. I know you got 2 hawk moons, Freddie.
You got 2?
He got one like 2 weeks ago, and then he got one in the raid on Saturday, and so did Femur Breaker. So this dude Spencer that I know that's been playing for like, he's only been playing for like 3 months, and he has a whole bunch of stuff.
Man.
A whole bunch of good stuff.
Man. Where would I find?
Retweet.
Oh, you didn't put them in the new one. It's cool. I'll find it.
What'd you do?
I made a new spreadsheet that's got 50 to 60.
Wait, are we 52? We're
Well,
52.
53. We're 53. We're actually 53.
53?
53.
Okay. I don't know. Numbers are just like not doing it for me today.
Numbers are not real.
Summer numbers.
Numbers are not real. Robin's computer.
Robin's
with
been
a
getting
nice
up at 7:30.
back is missing.
Going to teach at 7:30 in the
Yeah,
morning for
I was
last
just
week.
complaining to Jeff. Is like there is like no possible way to make grammar sexy at 7:30 in the morning.
Robin's on all kinds of drugs.
Oh man.
We should probably care. I mean, you guys are school teachers. I should probably not say that.
Being on
the
offensive.
How do you think we get through the day?
That's a good point. Fair point. Fair point.
True.
I just go and huff Sharpies just to get through. Like,
To get through the next dry erase markers are the new E. They're the new Molly.
It's how we do it.
oh man.
Do we know Princess Rika? Is she someone that someone knows, or is she just
No.
an awesome
No, you're
viewer
just
that is
awesome.
awesome?
You're just
Okay.
awesome.
I want to know.
I got to know.
Sometimes it's fun to know you. I can make anything creepy.
I know you can. Just stop doing
I'm not really
that.
as creepy as I occasionally sound.
it's true. He's
Okay,
actually a really nice guy.
So we let off with like the gingers have a distinct smell.
Yeah.
And being rejected from
freak,
Spurbank.
dude? That stuck with me. If you were around for last week's episode, the conversation surrounding that stuck with me for a while. I was
Yeah.
pretty
It's
self-conscious. I went and visited my grandpa. He's in a nursing home. And like
nursing homes
everyone
already
in
have that
nursing homes smell, and I
Right,
was
right.
convinced it was me the whole time. I'm like, I'm finally smelling me. It was bad. It was not good.
I
That is
smell like
funny.
cookies and bleach.
That sounds like a life
Cookies
I
and
can-
bleach. Oh, there's a news piece we haven't added yet. Cool. This will be our final piece of news.
Yeah, we're not talking about.
Copy.
We're just not going there.
All right, I miss Rachel already.
I
So
know.
much fun to be had. Is she doing big girl things? Like,
don't
adulting
know.
things? We don't know.
We don't
Like,
know.
not adult things, but like,
Like grown-up things.
grown-up things, right?
Like being a grown-up.
Yeah, we don't know. Okay.
8.
I don't know. I don't want to be a grown-up anymore. Adulting is hard.
Dude, being an adult is the worst. What do you say, chat? Is being an adult the worst? I say it is.
I would like to agree with that.
I'm doing it right. I swear I'm doing it right. All right. Now,
Oh, shnikes.
um,
Go back.
who else is on? Our friend Glenn was going to join in
see.
from. Okay, he's in good. Glenn was going to join from San Francisco, I think. One of the two. San Diego. I don't know. Somewhere warm. Somewhere nice and
Of course.
balmy.
Of course.
But he said he was going to tune in and check us out. All right.
Oh, I watched a movie for the first time that you guys will probably think is retarded that I didn't see earlier. And I should stop saying retarded.
Yeah. Can you believe it's just wrong? Hey, if you look around, I actually updated the bits and pieces on our channel on Twitch, so you can actually you can see us. You can see our
We're
schedule.
so pretty.
And we're pretty. So that's an upgrade. We got stuff down there.
Yay, fonts.
Yay.
Yay,
Yay,
fonts.
copy. Okay.
Huzzah.
As far as I can tell, we sound good. We look good.
Cool.
And since no one's upstairs, we're just gonna run it.
Cool.
Cool.
All right. Is everyone in the chat room ready?
Wait,
Because
so
we're
creepy
about to kick
again.
it off.
Here it goes.
We're about to make it sexy. That's weird. I'm sorry. Am I missing anything? We tweeted it out. What else do we need to do? That's it, right? Then, what's up, everybody? Welcome. We are the LittleBigKast, and this is episode 53.
Big time.
Everybody.
Nope.
I'm not following my traditional kind of template for getting into this episode because we don't have any music, and I'm
You feel
quite
lost.
frankly
You know what?
kind of confused
I don't know what
not
I'm
having
doing.
a little bit of music to go with it. So.
It's all right. We can roll with this.
Yeah, so it's I'm excited to be here. We are missing one, our smallest member of the crew
Oh.
of the LittleBigKast, the
She has
littlest
been.
member of the LittleBigKast is
She's now replaced by a RedBull can.
yeah, she's been replaced by a beautiful drink,
It's a good choice.
a beautiful
It's safe.
beverage,
It's good. It's good.
energetic. So yeah, Rachel's not with us today, but as always, Mr. Drew Tyler,
I'm here. I made it. I'm ready.
the insatiable Drew Tyler,
Ooh.
Insatiable.
and
good. It's good.
and the I got to think of a good
adjectives.
Good adjective.
The crescendoing.
I had
Crescendoing.
the always at a crescendo.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Robin Hazlett.
Never
Thank
been
And I'm
crescendo.
Jeff,
That's-
and I'm here, and I'm
fantastic.
one of the 3 hosts today, and I'm pumped to be here.
Yeah, we'll take
It's
you
a good
through.
week. A little bit stressful week for work, but other than that, it's been pretty good for me. What about you guys? What's happening in your lives?
It's been like a great week.
I
for
gotta
me.
say, hang on, pause. So we've been talking for the last couple of days that the last couple shows that you guys are running a marathon, right?
Yes, it's true.
I gotta say,
No,
like,
let's clarify.
You guys
A
are looking,
relay.
you guys are looking like you've been practicing running
Okay,
a marathon.
okay.
You guys are
This is my
looking
marathon
sharp. You guys
hair.
looking good. Are you growing a marathon
A
goatee?
marathon goatee, like yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. No, we're part of the communication faculty team. We have 2 teams.
Yes.
And we all got together to run a relay, right? So we each get certain legs of the marathon. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I've been running with my wife, which was kind of a fun thing to do. I hate running, absolutely hate it, but it's not too bad to run with
So
your
are you
favorite
starting
friend.
to enjoy it? I mean,
This close. We're getting close to the part where it's like I could, do this on my
you're
own
almost
on
getting to like a
purpose.
runner's high, but
Yeah.
you're still like
Yeah.
So
I'm looking for that euphoria that
until
comes from running.
until very recently, I was in the military, right? And that's something. If you've been listening for a while, you would know that I was a flight medic in the military in the Air Force, and running for me has always been the worst kind of chore. Like it's the worst thing.
Yeah.
And in the military, you don't have a choice. You have to be running so that you can pass your PT tests. I'm a fairly for a ginger, we'll put that out there. For a ginger, I'm a fairly confident person. Like I'm comfortable being on a camera, for example, or talking on a microphone, or meeting people. Like those things, I'm pretty confident. Like I'm typically fairly sure that I can, if I put my mind to something, I can do it. I'm telling you, every single time that I have run like a PT test in the military, I have been convinced from the first step that I was going to fail. And the entire run, the entire mile and a half that I'm running, I'm like, why am I even freaking trying? I'm not going to do it. I'm going to pass out. I'm going to puke. Something's going to happen here. I'm not going to do it. Like, I am literally, I'm like cutting myself down with every step of the entire race. So I hope, guys, that's not what you experience. I've enjoyed it.
I found did I mention this last week or the week before? I found the 30-30 like training. Mm-hmm. We run for 30, walk for 30, run for 30, walk for 30.
Okay.
It stops me from getting side aches, right? So I can still
30
do
seconds or 30 minutes?
Seconds. 30 seconds running, 30 seconds walking, and it's fantastic because I don't get side aches and I'm able to kind of like. Within 30 seconds of breathing, normal, kind of panting, it's like, okay, I can do 30 more. So I don't know, I found that to be like the saving grace. The other thing is nice shoes. I actually ran here from the car because I was late. So I ran here from the car in these little flapper shoes, and I was like, I would never make it like a half mile with these things. There's nothing in them. So now I'm very grateful for all the money I put into.
Like actual real shoes.
Yeah, exactly. But
so other than running, we'll start with you, Drew.
Besides running, this is first week of summer semester, and so I
are you teaching classes?
I am. Teaching in summer, it's teaching. So,
unless you're an administrator doing, unless you're like someone in charge of the WSU comm program, in which case they work very hard every day.
Everyone does. No, I have online classes, and so I met Studio 76 folks here on Monday to say, okay, what are we making this summer? Like because it is a much looser run, and we don't have to provide content so much. We've decided to actually create. They decided. I hope they pull it off to create a sitcom. A 6 to 7 episode type of sitcom with an arc.
That's ambitious.
It is ambitious, and I told them you should probably make sure that it's set somewhere near the campus area, since location-wise we have that covered. Anyway, so that was good, and then the other one's online class where I have 2 sections, total of about 53 students. So 50 is a lot.
Wow, you're popular.
they filled up quite a bit. But once I build once I build the online portion out and I just set it off, then I just kind of check in 3 or 4 times a week and make sure that everybody's going strong. So I have really quite enjoyed the kickoff of my summer. I've got I caulked my shower. Like I recaulked everything, and like that took a day. That was fun. Yesterday, not only did I shampoo all the carpet in my van, but my wife got out the steam cleaner and cleaned all the crevices in the van. Like we went nuts.
That thing is gonna be sparkling right now.
It's so wonderful. And then as I'm walking in the house, I'm like, I think I'm gonna paint the mailbox. What? You take a break. And so I went out and painted the mailbox. Like I got all that done before noon.
You were like insanely ambitious.
I was really ambitious.
You made me look like crap.
And then before night was done, I launched a business and said, let's go. So I did it out in one day. So I won't talk too much about that, but basically wife and I are doing a simple social media management business for the summer where we're just taking on 3 clients and we're going to do their postings for them. So it's been fun. It's been really fun. So
well played.
Now I'm here. This is what I enjoy.
Awesome.
This is what I enjoy. This is my highlight of my week.
What do you do?
Getting sick, recovering from getting sick. It's like for me, it's don't worry. I'm like this is like.
I'm not aware. I'm not afraid. I have the immunity of like steel. Like I cannot get sick.
I keep joking with people. It's like you go and have a kid, and you put them in daycare, and then they bring like all the crazy illnesses back home to you, and then you have like the most killer immune systems. Like you could drink the water from the Ganges River and just be totally fine.
I'm out there. Yeah. The Philippines did it for me. How about you? Did that help you at all?
I only got really sick once.
Yeah, same here.
I got
but I feel like
I never went to the doctor when it happened, but I'm pretty sure I had dysentery for a little while. Like, I mean, if I can be a little gross for a second, like I was like crapping like 12 times a day for like 3 weeks straight.
That qualifies.
I lost like 35 pounds. I was pretty.
I wasn't that
I was
sick.
pretty frail.
But I think it did something to like stabilize everything.
I never crapped my pants. Not once.
That is a step.
I
That's
can't
a step
say
in the
that.
right direction.
Not once.
I have some great stories about crapping your pants. All right, but
We'll
I'm
get
sure
to
there
that
are
another
other
day.
things. Yeah, I'm sure that's another cast.
No, the main reason I always get sick right after the semester ends because like I'm like I can't get sick. The students are gone and all the grading is done.
Yeah, it's like that.
No, just-
Immunosystem.
That's what's weird too, right? Is like it's the same way with massages. So like if it is, trust me. Listen for a second. Basic training, I didn't get sick at all during basic training because you were so afraid of getting sick, and like I just felt like everything was getting pent up. And your last week of basic training is called Beast Week, where you're carrying around like 80 pounds on your back every single day of the week. You're hiking around, you're doing all this crap. And when I graduated, I went and got a massage, and I was like laid out. Literally the day after I got the massage, I was laid out for a week straight. Like I thought I was gonna die.
Like
and it was just because it released all those toxins that were like pent up. I think the same thing's true with school. I felt the same way. Every single as finals came around and I was finishing up, especially my last spring semester was like 19 credit hours, which I'm not a good student, and that was just too much for me. I was crazy sick when that wrapped up.
Yeah.
So I feel you, Robin.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So thankfully I can now like open my left eye. So that's a thing. I have been strangely obsessed with Plants vs. Zombies.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, and it's a very like I guess I just needed a break from truly intensive gaming and just like I just want to play something that isn't going to make me feel like crap when I lose.
That's okay.
Although having zombies eat your brains, I'm like, well, there's not much there anyway, so I'm fine.
I did a little of that gaming. I played Race Against the Sun because you suggested it,
Yeah.
so I really enjoyed that. And then I played Ollie Ollie 2, which was also another
Nice.
kind of fun one. So
Yeah.
I forgot the gaming part of my week.
Oh, yeah. It's all good.
It's only a gaming podcast.
It's only a
Don't
gaming
worry about it.
podcast.
Get to
Like,
that
we
part.
all want to hear about our training. But as far as the run goes, I've been trying to like do like regular gym time for myself, and I find like I get to like mile 2 and I'm just like I'm gonna die. This is the end.
is the worst decision.
You
This-
gotta go 30-30. You just gotta do it.
I think I'm gonna have to go 30-30.
Feels good. It feels right.
just makes you happy. And I even like got like little gadgety things and like the proper shoes and doing the whole like pose
Yep.
method thing.
Special running. Yeah.
Yeah, like I can do this. I can be fun. And I get on the treadmill. I'm just like, nope,
No.
no.
So are you doing most of your training on a treadmill? Mm-hmm. I'd switch it up.
I've been told as much, but then again,
Wow.
Running on a treadmill and running on a road or a track are
Very
very, very, very different.
yeah. I just don't like people to watch me run. I get like really like self-conscious. Like if
Pick somebody else's neighborhood and run through that. That's what we did today.
well, it's like at the gym, you always know that everyone at the gym is so self-absorbed.
Yeah,
Nobody's
okay.
looking at
Are
you.
you doing just the gym here?
No, the Planet Fitness.
Oh, okay.
Wow. This is all free.
I know it's but they have such
people here.
weird hours now.
Summer
So
especially.
I'm just like, it's 3 a.m. I need to get out of here.
Yeah, if you're gonna run, how many miles are you doing? 5?
She's doing 6-1. 6.1.
I would run on a road sometime. Well, it's Saturday, right?
Yeah,
It's
Maybe I
this
wouldn't run
Saturday.
on a road before then.
yeah. I'll
just
I'll
kill yourself
I'll just
on the
cry.
road.
I'll just
Yeah.
cry later,
You'll
knowing
do
that it's
it.
gonna be bad.
You'll be fine.
You'll be alright.
What other games have you done? Plants and Zombies? Like mobile, like you
Yeah,
spend a
so
lot of time
like
here.
Plants vs Zombies.
Oh.
And oh look, there's a new notification that's telling me to come back and play now.
Get back here. Cool. Is that it?
Not too much else in that realm, but let me tell you, trying to make grammar at 7:30 in the morning fun is not.
I can't believe it.
It is so difficult. Like I was telling Jeff earlier, like I had my students turn it into a contest, so who could come up with the best grammar meme.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So it's like we're going to do the 2, 2, and 2 in this meme, and now we're going to discuss like why this is wrong. And here's one
wow.
for the Oxford comma, and then whoever came up with the best meme gets like a bag of fruit snacks or something.
That's
And
good.
it was a pious, super religious woman that came with one that was super perverted.
No, it was one. It said it was a sign in a store that said, "Don't touch yourself. Ask the staff." And then it was like the Mr. Bean meme that right afterward. Super religious, very like her favorite music is gospel because I asked them what their favorite music is. And it's like, oh, she likes gospel music. Oh, that's adorable. And she came up with like the dirtiest meme, and it won. I'm like,
Oh wow!
oh, the many sides of my
love it.
students. I love it.
Gotta
I can't
love
believe
it.
you took a 7:30 class. I don't know who conned you into that.
No,
Or how
I
many
didn't. I
students you
didn't
actually-
take it. I mean, I said I would like to teach media writing in the summer, and then it was magically 7:30. I'm like,
Why would anyone schedule a 7:30 class?
Somebody hates you in the
Students hate it.
office.
Teachers
Somebody
hate
hates
it.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
Although
make
they
it
can get
9.
well, it's still a 3-hour class, so it's not like you can get that done and go to work at 9 o'clock. You're there till almost
10:30.
10:30. All right, well, I'm sorry.
Anyway.
I don't want to wallow in your pain.
Yeah,
Let's move on.
I
What else
stopped
you
taking
got?
7:30 classes a while ago. Anyway, my week. Destiny is always trying to get everything ready and prepared for House of Wolves, which comes out next week.
Next week.
Next Tuesday.
I'll play again.
Oh my gosh,
Next
I'm
week.
excited.
Witcher, anyone? What?
So
I might try Witcher
So
too.
here's the thing. The Witcher comes out the same day as House of Wolves.
First world
I
problems.
have pre-ordered The Witcher, despite, if you remember all of my conversations,
Yes.
I was like, I'm never pre-ordering
true.
anything again.
That's true.
But here's what made me pre-order this.
The crescendo.
Number one, they released their embargo. Their embargo
That's
dropped
true,
a week,
right, so you've
like
seen
a
it.
week and a half early,
And it's got
which
great.
is huge.
true.
Like, to me, that shows that a publisher, developer has a lot of confidence in the product that they're releasing. So for me, that was step number one. I was like, wow, they're releasing it early. That means it's got to be good. Number two was going through some of the reviews that have come out recently, and specifically the GameSpot review. I don't know the guy's name that did the review, but it was like,
It was good.
It was eloquent.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was.
Yeah. That's what
He used a couple words that I didn't even know what the words meant, and I am
Impressive.
fairly well read.
Yes, you are.
Denouement.
It was denouement.
We had to look it up.
Yeah, that's a big word.
Not bad.
That's a $5
When all
word.
of the arcs of the story come together and kind of culminate
To the
denouement.
or the denouement.
Denouement. Le denouement.
Where it all unravels, right? Where it all gets.
Let's have Drew
let out.
show off for a
Denouement.
second. Pronounce it
I
correctly,
remember-
Drew. Le
If it's what I'm
denouement.
thinking of. It was. I learned this in my AP English class 30 years ago. Denouement is like the place where everything unfolds, the part of the story where it all just gets revealed. It's like, aha.
And that's why.
And that's
That's why
why-
you're the oldest teacher
Yeah,
here.
right? It's so true.
Le denouement.
I was gonna say denouement sounds pretty cool too. Let's go with that.
I called it denouement.
No, it's denouement.
Denouement.
It's like
Denouement.
it's from the world of like.
Denouement.
Okay. Anyway,
Anyway, it's very cool.
so it convinced you to pre-order.
Yeah, it did. You know, I read through it, and it basically it was like, you know, among all of the like the RPG open world giants that exist. So the Skyrims, the Dragon
Yeah.
Age Inquisition, they were like The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt stands as a titan. Like they were
Really?
like every
Not
open
just
world.
size, but actually like
Right.
being
They're
able
like
to get-
every open world game that comes out after this will be compared to this. Like this will set the new standard. And that convinced me. I was like, you know what? If it's that good, even like I want a game to grab me again. Like I have been so freaking hooked on Destiny for such a long time, and I love Destiny, and I'm not going to stop playing Destiny. I'll probably continue to stream Destiny kind of exclusively for the foreseeable future. But I think in my own time, like I like that Destiny pulls friends together, and that I can jam with some friends that I've made, you know, across a pretty broad spectrum. Like I play with guys in Australia. I play with KT all the time. I play with like Freddy's in chat, Southern Guns in the chat. Like we play all the time. Methane Cuddles is another guy that
I love that
actually
name.
I know.
I played with him.
Yeah, he's
I play with Methane
rad.
all the
So
time, yeah.
we actually took him through the Vault of Glass Saturday night for the first time. So he's beat Crota a number of times. He's never done Vault of Glass, so it was really fun to be able to take him through for the first time. Super good experience, and I appreciate. I can appreciate that game brought like all these strangers together to do something, and while I may not know these people very well, like we have become friends, and I appreciate that time.
That's great.
But I want to be excited about another game, and it's been a long time since it's happened. Like Far Cry grabbed me for like 14 hours, and then I
Yeah.
just sputtered out. Dragon Age Inquisition grabbed me for
Tried.
like 10 hours, and I just sputtered out. Like it just didn't sink its claws into me the way that I wanted it to.
Echo Chrome
And
grabbed
so
me
I am
for about 30 minutes, and then I cried my way out.
I am like I'm really hopeful that this one grabs me, because honestly, like I can't really think of another game that's coming out this year
Jeff is
that I even really
bored.
care about.
Are you
right?
bored?
Like
Yeah.
That's true. There's
am I
nothing
bored?
that
Who
he's-
said I'm bored?
Yeah.
No, I said it.
I am not bored.
You're
No, I just
bored.
want
You
like
want
I'm not
something
bored
new.
with Destiny. I love playing Destiny. It's a blast. I really really enjoy my time in Destiny, but I want a story. I want to be told a really big epic tale, you know, and I think Witcher will do that.
Can you do multiple peoples on Witcher? Like
single player, yeah.
Single player, you run.
Single player, yeah. You just run your character through. But people are saying it's like a 200+ hour game, like, which is awesome. And again, like 5 times, or was it 3.5 times the size of Skyrim? 3.5 times.
That's huge.
That's freaking huge.
That is huge.
So I'm very excited for it. Hopefully it lives up to my expectations. So outside, I'm going to vent for a second too. In the raid that we took Methane Cuddles through, a dude who's only been playing the game since December got a Hawk Moon. And Freddie got his second Hawk Moon.
What did Jeff get?
I have like probably, I have an unhealthy amount of time in Destiny. I'm not going to look up the times. I'm not going to look up the days of the time. Because it will probably make me ill to even see how much time I've spent there. But
I'll just put a screenshot over the top as you talk about it.
But that being said, like, I have every weapon in the game except the Hawk Moon, and my last name is Hawks. Like, if there's anyone ever that was
Jeff
like
needs it, folks. Bungie
I literally am like, this weapon might as well be named after me as far as I'm concerned. And
entitlement problems.
Right, first world problems. But yeah, I don't have it, and that kind of pisses me off. So I've been working on printing it. And it's such a large gun that I had to cut the print into 3 pieces. I work at a 3D print shop. I had to cut the print into 3 pieces, and just the barrel alone as a single cutout part of this gun takes up my entire print bed, and it's so large that it has failed on 3/4 of the prints that I've worked on.
Wow.
Because it's just like too much.
Wow.
The MakerBot's just like, I'm tired and I'm gonna just stop working now. So that's been really frustrating. I just realized, like, I do this a lot. I'm doing this.
It's cool. Nobody watches this. They just listen. They just listen. It says you have nearly 2 days and 21 hours, and I think it's like 5 times that. It's per Guardian.
That's per Guardian. I don't need you looking it up, dude. Don't worry about it.
It's cool. So if you add them all up, yeah, you are at a solid 5 days.
Oh yeah, Render got a second Hawk Moon
that's not even
too.
updated. That was from 4 weeks ago.
Wow.
Jeff, you're second place in people I know of hours played. I'm like half a day behind you.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's really, really.
What's
funny.
crazy, Rika? Drew makes a huge game that tells. Drew, make us a huge game that tells.
Yeah. I do tell good stories. This is funny because when people listen to this on the. Oh, I'm so sorry I hit you. On the actual podcast.
KT, don't tell people that.
We gotta. It's funny, just because this is totally separate than the actual podcast. So when they listen to us, they're like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
So we got to leave that where it's at. But yes, it's fun to play the back channel. We got lots to cut. Do you put 8 newses in there?
I don't know.
How many you have?
How many newses did I have?
You got 8.
You got 8.
It was a slow news week. It took a lot for me to get. You can cut out 5. Cut out 5. Okay. That's boring.
Okay.
I just thought it was funny. Well, in fact, leave 5 in.
I'll make it that fast.
All right, so that's our weeks. Actually, no, it's not. I got one more thing to talk about.
So busy.
Because every week I have like a TV show that I bring up, right? That I've been watching and that I think you guys should be interested in. I've been watching The Americans. It's the FX original series, The Americans, okay?
Americans.
The show's freaking badass. And basically what happens in the show is it takes place during the Reagan administration, so when the Cold War was kind of at its peak, and it follows a couple that live in Virginia just outside of Washington, D.C. Everyday normal American couple. They've got 2 little kids, except that they're KGB spies and they go on the reg. It is freaking awesome.
They'd be like the coolest parents ever.
It is fantastic. Wow. It is a very, very cool show. So like their kids don't know that they're in the KGB. Like their neighbor is an anti-terrorism FBI agent. It's super cool. Very, very well done. Kerry Russell is the girl that stars in it. I don't know the guy's name. I've never seen him anywhere before, but very cool show. So if you want to watch that, check it out.
I need to watch more shows.
All I've been watching is MASH. Get out of here,
true.
KT.
That's what we've been watching at my house, too.
Seriously?
Peach pulled up MASH because it's on Netflix, and so she's been watching that lately.
Oh, my gosh.
So when I told her that KT was watching, she was like, what?
You guys really are? Like, for real?
She watches, yeah.
I watched one episode as like a 10-year-old. I was like, I'm never watching this show again. This is the worst show.
It's pretty awesome. I don't know. I think it's pretty funny.
That's cool.
I enjoy it.
I don't know. I'm living off of Game of Thrones, and I got to bring up Game of Thrones for the grammar stuff. There was the grammar reference.
Teacher.
Yeah.
That's good.
What reference was it?
He was
Stannis Baratheon.
Stannis Baratheon. Stannis the Manus.
the new grammar police of the Black Keep. They were talking about, they should let the wildlings go and be offed by whatever army is coming for them.
The ice men.
Yeah, the little ice dudes.
The ice men cometh.
Okay, Ozzy. But somebody was saying, there'll be fewer enemies for us to deal with. And Stannis is going, fewer, it's less.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he said fewer, right? And the guy was like, what was that, my lord? And he's like, nothing. Don't worry about it. Freaking idiot.
That is awesome.
So that's been our week.
Yeah.
We've been busy.
What about you guys in chat? If you've had anything interesting happen this week, let us know, and we'll toss it in here somewhere. But other than that, Drew, how you feeling about the news, dude?
I got news.
Drew's got the news. Here we go.
So much news going on today. The number one that I'll do is Fallout 4 has a 20-30 minute preview that's or demo, I guess. It's being shown behind closed doors at E3 2015.
It's a rumor.
It's a rumor. I'm thinking it's a pretty good rumor. I think there's a lot. They do that a lot.
The closed door thing pisses me off, though, man. That's some bull.
I've been in a lot of those closed doors where you go in, you get to see it and watch it, and then you're like, I can't say anything.
I'm not allowed to talk about it.
So great, or it's not.
I don't understand
and some of them have not even come out. The ones that I was able to get in closed doors and touched and saw things gadgetries and other things, and they never made it to market.
So can you explain we know for sure, if they're gonna show a 20-30 minute demo behind closed doors, we know Fallout 4 is coming. It has to eventually. The demand is so high, there's no way that eventually it won't come out. It's like saying there's not going to be another Elder Scrolls game. We know it's coming out. So how does having it behind closed doors and having people not talk about it, how does that benefit anyone? How does that, from a marketing perspective?
It's not really you can't talk about it. It's more that you can't show it. That's part of the closed doors part. That's where they control the visual, the video part of it. You come in and you can see it. You can watch us play it. We can explain kind of where we're at. Closed doors also means you can't touch it because our guy's going to run through what works or whatever parts we have that work. But that way you're not. It's not out in the open and it's not in the wild, so nobody gets extra footage or screenplay stuff that's going to be scrutinized before it's time. I guess that's part of it. So you probably talk about it and experience it, and that's to build the hype before you're ready to launch the full PR campaign that says here's what it looks like, sounds like, and plays like. So it's kind of a prelim, it's coming, but they don't always make it past.
I just want that hype train to be in full swing.
It's not
just all aboard the hype train. Let's just do this. Friggin' release it. I'm gonna be at E3 and I'm gonna sneak in. I'm gonna MacGyver my way into this room.
Sneak. You are a tall ginger. What?
You find some of those folks that on the interwebs and there are analysts and writers and editorial, there are people that are going to be there with power.
It's true.
And they will have
I'm going to reach out.
And then you just say, hey,
actually, one of my appointments is with a fairly high level dude. I'm pretty pumped.
And all you got to say is, I'm not one of the, you can do it. You can do it. They're all people. All right, I'll
flirt my way in. Redheads are good at that, right? Can you imagine Jeffrey flirting his way in with game developers? I'm like, so
I hung out with this fantastic girl from Laptop Magazine because I was a shooter, but she would get me into things that they don't, photographers or videographers aren't supposed to come in. It's just them. But I'd be her plus one, and she'd just be like, let's go, we're doing a party. It was like a sushi party, and just they hand out Oakleys at the door. It was just fun.
Very cool.
It was just. That's CES world.
Just sit here being just really jealous. It's okay.
And you go to conferences and you're like, I'll listen to a presentation on a paper all day long. That's a great idea. That's my idea of a conference.
Throw me off the cliff, please.
Oh, yikes. All right, news number 2. Assassin's Creed Syndicate release date revealed. It's October 23rd for next gen. So finally Assassin's Creed has come to release solely for next gen. But what are your thoughts on the Syndicate? I know we kind of ran amok with the
so
first one.
We've been very critical on the whole Assassin's Creed Unity thing.
No, it's just me. It's okay.
I've been pretty critical too.
I didn't play it.
I tried to play it, so I borrowed your copy actually, and I could never get more than 10 minutes in without the game actually freezing and shutting down. And so I've been very critical of it as well, and it's deserved, right? There are a lot of problems with this game. So there are a couple things that stand out where this game, I think, they're making good strides. Ubisoft is making very, very good strides in a couple different ways. One, the video where they acknowledged that they disappointed people and that it disappointed them, I think that was huge from a PR side.
That was very
like that.
smart.
That to me was like them taking responsibility for something that was released that wasn't ready to be released or wasn't like fully there. They acknowledged the problems. They talked about some of the ways that they're trying to fix it. And for me, like as a PR grad and like as a student of communications, like that was huge. I was instantly like, you know what? As long as you guys can fulfill the promises you're making with Syndicate, I can forgive and move forward. Like I can
this
totally
is
do
huge
that
in
because
building
you've owned it.
relationships.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's part of being, effective communications within a corporate environment is being able to communicate to your consumers and customers that you recognize you made a mistake. And so for me, them coming out and saying that was step one. And step two was the fact that Syndicate basically made me feel like I was going to be able to play Peaky Blinders. I was like,
I'll try that.
I'm in.
I'll try that.
I'm in. Yeah, I'm actually really excited.
Is under new management. Fantastic.
By order of the Peaky
I
Blinders.
still have one episode left in the last season.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. I love that show. Have you watched it yet?
Yes, I still have a couple of episodes left in season 2.
It's just
I know.
good.
The last episode of season 2 is like, oh, freak. Oh, freak. Oh, frick.
All right, news number 3. All future Battlefield 4 content will be free, according to DICE.
All you.
That's kind of a big deal. So, what is this? All kinds of new things that they will be pushing into Battlefield 4. It's not per purchase. It's like, hey, here you go. You buy
Yeah,
one.
It's like
essentially
Christmas.
everyone's a premium member now, I think.
So whether you're premium or non, you're gonna get this new content. You're gonna get new maps. You're gonna get upcoming Gunmaster game mode, new weapons.
Battlefield 4 was fun. I liked Battlefield 4 a lot.
How long has that been out? It's been
Oh gosh, that was right.
It was launch.
It was
It was launch 2 years.
for the PS4.
Yep.
that's right. Is that the one that you were shooting people across the map?
Yeah, I was
you were-
posting
you
a
were
lot of
posting-
videos of me
It's
shooting
right,
like
it was when you
1,000-yard
your
shots.
your first camera or something, like right when you first got your PS4, because it was like
my
I can
first
share
camera.
everything.
Yeah,
you were sharing.
I didn't have the camera yet, but I could share
you
things.
could
And
share
so it was like
yourself shooting.
all I cared about. I would play an entire like 20-minute round, and all I cared about was getting that 1,000-yard shot. I'm like, I'm gonna go to the corner of the map. I'm gonna set up. I'm gonna get my sights lined up, and I'm just gonna shoot until I hit somebody. That was fun, man. I forgot about that.
Well, I'm excited.
I might have to do that again. That was a good time.
All right, from NeoGaf, news number 4: The Division is going to be released on Xbox, PS4, and PCs next year, Q1.
So that was delayed, right?
Division, yeah, it was.
What was the original launch on that? Was that October-ish?
Well, they kind of forgot about it. Like, they kind of let it go. Nobody had said anything for so long,
I feel like it was originally for October-ish.
and they're just going to push it another 5 months or so.
Yeah. Again, the Division sounds like a pretty dang ambitious
Right.
undertaking,
You
and
want it to
so
be done.
I'm all for getting it right.
Right.
Like I mean,
That's the official LittleBigKast stance.
yeah, get it right.
Push it back, get it right. That's what really worries me about.
Isn't
how,
it Salt and Pepper song?
Push it.
Push it
real good. That should be the LittleBigKast.
Push it.
Sorry,
Yeah.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Please continue.
Were you
No,
gonna sing it?
no, no.
I interrupted, and I'm sorry. I apologize. I acknowledge that I made a
interrupting
mistake.
ginger.
I would like the interrupting ginger. Oh, I'll be quiet. Go
No,
ahead.
what I was saying was it worries me that Assassin's Creed has now gotten on this schedule of like every late October we will release a new Assassin's Creed game. It scares me for the fact that I'm getting bored with this release schedule now. It's like I always expected it. It isn't like, oh my gosh, it's the new one and we didn't know that it was
Right.
going to come out. It's like, oh, it's October. Wait for it. Assassin's Creed. Okay, got it. Whatever.
Right. Well, and the Assassin's Creed always they do always feel very familiar, and that is though what I liked about Syndicate was that I felt like the environment that they're placing you in, like early
Yeah.
1800s London, feels very different
Yeah, it really
than
does.
even than like Victorian era France and Paris, right? Like that was such a weird time. Like World War I era
Right.
was such a weird time in the world.
Yeah.
Like the massive, I don't know, I'm a history nerd, okay? So like the huge leaps that we were making in technology and the things that we were uncovering, like automobiles, while still people are still riding horses. Like, World War I, people were riding into battle on white horses in blue, military vestment, holding like with white peacock feathers in their helmets, while the Germans were riding in freaking tanks. Like
Yeah.
it was such a weird time to be alive. And so I feel like for the first time in a long time, I feel like Assassin's Creed, if they can stay true to that and really embrace kind of that different feel, I think it could accomplish that. Like I think it could feel different, like a different game.
Yeah.
But I'm on board with you that it's difficult to I don't know.
I expect it
every
now.
year release cycle is different. I would like to see new games. That's
Yeah.
me. Some new
Keeps
IPs
us
would be
busy.
nice.
Yeah, no, that's true. New IPs would be nice. I shall come up with something. I will make us all something. It'll be an epic story.
An
that I
epic
will tell.
story.
I tell stories all the time. All right, news number 5. We'll do this one really quick because it's kind of funny but sad as a parent. We're all parents. We have kids, right? Police called out as a PlayStation 4 tantrum leads to an out of control son. So dad, 13-year-old boy, dad takes away the PlayStation for a punishment. Kid goes ballistic with a hammer and a baseball bat and basically just starts destroying the house. So they lock him in the garage and call 911.
How do you lock a 13-year-old in a garage?
Well, when they got there, he was trying to like break himself back into the house by smashing the doors and the locks and trying to come in. It's like,
So the reason I put this in here
this is just crazy.
was just because like, so all three of us here today, Rachel's not here. All three of us here are parents. We all have kids.
I have one that would do this.
Do you really?
She's only 3, but I see it coming.
So if as a
No,
3-year-old
she's
you
all
had
right
a laser gun that would like grow her to 12.
and see what she was doing. Oh, unless I can nip it in the bud now, right?
Yeah.
That's why she's wearing a chain around her ankle. I'm just kidding. She's a gem. And I
That's
love
why
her.
we keep her in the closet.
She has a bucket to poop in. No, this is sad.
I've literally been locked in the closet with a bucket to poop in. That's a real thing.
And I joke about it all the time.
Yeah. It wasn't a bucket. It was a coffee can.
Oh,
I have some very interesting stories I could tell. Well,
the good thing this is a
not
gaming
really sure.
podcast.
Not really sure I can talk about it.
Yeah,
actually.
right. But no,
That's a real thing.
We have wonderful kids. I think we have great kids. And to me, there's something that if you get to 13 and this is happening, and I'm not a parent expert.
But you screwed up way.
But you screwed up way back, and I think that's the problem. If you decide to bring the hammer down, and this is
Literally?
what happens, like, it's scary though. I mean, I get out of control like that.
So let me ask you guys this. So
That's crazy.
I would say, out of most of the people that I know, I really would honestly say that the 3 of us have pretty well behaved kids. Like
Yeah. Oh.
I've seen a lot of I've been around a lot of kids, and most of the
They're
kids that I'm around, I'm like,
demons.
I don't want to be around you anymore at all. Like I have family members that I'm like, I just don't like your kids. It's true. But I feel like we all have good kids, which I don't know if this is just me, but when my good kid is naughty, it like
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
it ramps
Right?
me up fast.
Yeah.
Like I go to 10 real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm like, I'll be at Target and I'll see a kid just going ape shit.
Yep.
And the parents are just like, well, this is life.
Like,
Whatever.
Fix that.
Right.
Fix
And I'm
that
like,
thing.
This is not normal. This is
But-
bad for culture. Come on.
But I'm like, my kid is always good. And on the off
about
chance
that.
that they flip out, like on
Yours
the
is
in the
mine is-
rare occasion that she has a moment, I'm like at a 10 instantly. I'm like, I will not tolerate this.
right? Which
like-
is, you gotta
Is
get
that-
there.
I don't know. It's just weird for me. It's weird. It's weird to have a good kid that like makes me lose my mind when she's a little bit naughty. Where other people have kids that are always a lot
Consistently
naughty
crappy.
and are
Yeah.
just like whatever. I don't know.
D-
Food for thought.
You have 2 on the way, right?
One on the way.
Well, I mean,
Thank you.
number two is on the way, right? So it does actually becomes a little bit less like I remember being very much more like amped with the first one. And with the second and the third, you just start to get kind of relax a little bit, but you're still being a good parent. You're still like trying to keep them in line and do the right thing. And now you're teaching the old one like consequences for good and bad behavior, and trying to keep the younger ones. You know, I don't know. You just kind of keep cycling
Teach the
through
older
things.
kid to like smack the kid for you,
Yeah, right.
because then you can't be held responsible. You're like, if
Finish
he
the
acts
little
up,
sibling
Our
you
old one
smack
did
the
that
out of him.
Just 2 days ago, her sister put on a shirt and she wanted to borrow an undershirt because the shirt wasn't comfortable. So she asked her older sister for an undershirt, and the older sister slapped her and said no, like slapped her across the face and said you can't borrow it. And her reasoning wasn't because she didn't want her to borrow the shirt. It's because she didn't need it.
Oh, wow.
And she was arguing all morning before the bus that she didn't need an undershirt, and the little sister was like, I just want to borrow an undershirt. Anyway,
It's like, what's the
so when
deal
I
here?
packed her lunch, this is how I got her back. I packed her lunch. I grabbed a handful of taffy for her treat, and I put in all the taffy. I didn't even take out the licorice ones because she hates licorice. so I didn't take them out. I gave her licorice and cinnamon, and I was like, "That's what you get." Zip. So that's how I love my kids.
Oh man.
All right, we better move on.
That
We got
is-
a couple
wow.
more newses to do. We're still newsing here.
That's all right. We're having fun.
Yeah,
whatever.
it's good. Looks like the PlayStation 4 has been hacked. That's news number 4. I did not look at this one. Lazy gamer. Jeff, dial us in. What is this?
So essentially, it looks like some people down in Brazil have figured out a way to pirate games for the PlayStation 4.
Oh?
Yeah, so what's interesting about this is, first of all, you'd think that they'd have it kind of on lockdown by now, that it would be more difficult to be hacking these systems. But yeah, I mean, the reality is that in a lot of these countries, the price of a PlayStation 4 game is way above what the average Joe would be able to afford. And so I've lived in a country where everything was pirated because they could never afford American prices. And so I kind of understand that culture. But I also really hate pirating stuff. I have a problem with people that like pirate things because it makes everything more expensive for everybody else. So it's worth talking about because it happened. Yeah.
But so yeah, I'm just reading through the story. But basically, they did some cloning and used a Raspberry Pi to make things.
Yeah. So essentially, they're selling
lots of
bundles of games for a super low price, and they're able to do that because they've figured out how to make the PlayStation 4 recognize a pirated disc as a real disc.
That is interesting. I feel like, and you're right, pirating it runs amok, right? And it's in the software we use. It's in just consoles and everything like it's out there. I don't know. I feel like there's always going to be somebody or something trying to get be discursive and come around the back end and do that kind of thing. There's always going to be somebody doing it, and they've actually done a really good job of keeping it
contained. Much better on Sony's side than on Microsoft's. Like the Xbox 360 was hackable from week 2.
Yeah.
So Sony's done a much better job of it, and I think that's one of the reasons that you're going to continue to see RedBull burp. That's why one of the reasons you're going to continue to see, I think, a stronger push towards digital games.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And plus, it really does cut costs as far as like production manufacturing goes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm all for digital.
Excellent. Couple quick newses to finish up. Basically, the Witcher 3 preload should start later today.
Yay.
So if you got preload, it should start loading up. Even take it a week, it'll get there. Speaking of, the person that I knew that had the slowest internet ever, Glenn, who was on the show last week.
Yeah.
He got upgraded like 3 days ago, and now he's getting like 120 megs down.
Oh my god.
And like 30 out.
Is this like Christmas for him? And
Yeah.
it's just like, what should I do?
What ISP is using?
It's Xfinity now at Comcast.
I have
Xfinity.
freaking Xfinity, and it slows freaking crap, man.
But I wonder. I like.
And I pay for it, too.
I told
I pay for the
Peach.
speed.
I was like, look at what he's getting, and it's like 3 times. I think I'm like 30 and 5, and I said it's probably because he's paying $140 to my 70. But still, they own these pipes that I wish that it should just be like, it's just like a road, right? Everybody should have access to the internet like a road. All right. Last but not least, actually it's like second to last because I got one more to throw on here. But Ratchet and Clank movie delayed, but the cast is going to be surprisingly good.
I'm interested.
John Goodman.
That's a good.
I'm sold.
Done.
That's a good cast. You also have Paul Giamatti and Bella Thorne and Rosario Dawson, Sylvester Stallone. I mean, these are great.
Yeah.
Yep, these are good. They'll do fine with this movie.
John Goodman's.
Did they say
amazing.
delay like just
I think
2016,
it was 2016,
right?
Yeah, it was originally for 2015. It's now 2016.
Nah, it'll be good. It'll be good. That's some good fun humor. And then the last one that I was going to share as number 9 news was the because I do the crowdfunding side of things.
Yes.
The guys that did Castlevania launched a crowdfunding game or crowdfunding campaign.
Oh, yeah, I was watching this one blow up.
Right, and it just
Was it called
Dark and
Blood?
Light. No, what is it called? I just lost it.
Come on, Drew, get it
PT, save
together.
it. I can't Google it, and I don't have the links to the other page. Anyways, they ran a quick Kickstarter, and maybe it's Indiegogo. Maybe that's why I'm wrong. KT, you gotta save me. But basically, it was an insane couple of hours, and they funded, and it's all ready to go. So that's amazing. That was just another bit of gaming news that just outside the PS world, I think it's kind of cool. You see it?
Castlevania Symphony of the Night taking a Kickstarter for Blood Rain. Is it Blood Rain? Bloodstained. Ritual of the Night. Their goal was $500,000, and they have raised $1,829,744.
And that was in like a day.
A day.
Yeah.
That's one day.
Yeah. That's the way it goes.
That's the game.
But my friends, that is the news.
Oh yeah. So since Rachel's not here, Robin, do you want to do it, or do you want me to? Since you don't have a computer in front of you.
Suddenly I have a computer with 5% battery life. Yeah.
We can do it with 5% battery life. Actually, I'm gonna run up while you get started on this.
All right.
Run up where?
You do the thing.
Sure the things are still running in there.
Okay.
Of course. All right, for the new releases for this week on the PS4, we have Arcade Archives Double Dragon. Ah, yes, memories. Arcania, The Complete Tale, Breach and Clear. I read that as Bleach and Clear. Am I doing like way too much summer cleaning right now? The Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD Remaster, Take My Money again, please.
Yeah, if The Witcher and House of Wolves weren't coming out this week, I would be really, really tempted to pick that up.
Yeah, I'm just like, nah, I don't need money or food.
Feeding children isn't important.
Lol. Now we have The Last of Us, Left Behind as a standalone. This is big. Lost Orbit, Nom Nom Galaxy. Oh my gosh, it sounds like lunchtime for me. Project Cars, Schrodinger's Cat, and the Raiders of the Lost Quark.
That sounds sciencey.
I am so down for this.
That's funny.
Torrent and Ultratron.
Have you guys played The Last of Us Left Behind?
I have.
It's very good.
I have not.
Lovely.
I don't know. Would a standalone make sense, though? To me, a standalone wouldn't make sense.
I think it functions as a standalone mainly because it's more of the events leading up to it.
Right, but the cutscenes, so that it goes back and forth to Joel.
No, I don't think that one works. Maybe it's enough of a teaser to get them into it. Get them into
maybe.
To Last of Us. On PS3 and Vita, we have a bunch of lovely repeats. Last of Us Left Behind standalone on the PS3 and
Ultratron
on PS3 as well. And then Vita, we have the Breach and Clear and
Ultratron.
Yay! Those are our new releases.
Very cool.
Wonderful.
So that, ladies and gentlemen, pretty much wraps up what we have to talk about today. So if there's anybody in the chat that wants to have a conversation, be it weird or normal or
any questions, taking questions from the
unless
gallery.
it's about a router or like internet service speeds, I'm not super interested in that. But anything other than that, we'll give it about 30 seconds, and then
we can decide what our Indie of the Week is for next week, so that everybody can join us. So on the list, things that we have not yet done that we would be, we didn't get to Road Not Taken like we wanted. We have the Walking Dead seasons, Bastion,
Vikings, all the Telltale games we could get into. Did we do Rogue Legacy?
I don't think we ever.
We never hit Rogue Legacy.
Can we do Rogue Legacy or Shovel Knight? Either one of those. Rogue Legacy looks really cool. So do you know basically what the idea behind it is?
I can picture the screenshots. That's
so Rogue Legacy, it's like a little 8-bit kind of Castlevania style game, RPG. And basically every time the main character dies, your next character that comes to life or that you play as is like an ancestor.
Oh.
And so you are, it's legacy. Like a generational thing. So like the grandson may be the next knight who is going to avenge his grandfather who died, you know, in the castle or whatever. And they kind of throughout the game, they have different abilities and disabilities. So they're born with issues, like real world issues, like they may be slow or they may be fast.
How interesting.
They may be lame or, you know, whatever. And so everyone's gameplay and everyone's playthroughs is a little bit different based on
what order their
who
people
your grandchildren and
that's interesting.
People are.
Yeah. Rogue what? Rogue Legacy.
Rogue Legacy.
That's gonna be
Robin,
our indie.
Please go ahead.
I would like to have a moment.
You've got a mic. Take it.
I have a moment. The Crypt of the Necrodancer. I love this game. Okay.
Crypt of the Necrodancer?
Yeah, these are from the chat.
Crypt of the Necrodancer from Princess Rika. Basically, I saw this at Fantastic Arcade, and it's super fun. it plays like your basic dungeon crawler 8-bit kind of thing. But the thing is that it's hooked up to music. And I saw people play this with DDR pads.
Oh.
You can only move the character on the beats. So
Oh.
if you want to move
What?
up and over, and if you want to attack,
You have to dance.
you have
him?
to like
Oh,
boom,
what?
boom, 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 attack, attack, attack.
Now see, that kind of sounds fun.
It's pretty fun. I saw people play it with DDR pads, but you can of course play it with just like general keyboard.
But to be able
So
to like actually stomp it out and be like,
Yeah.
step, step, slap, slap, step, step, slap. That's
funny.
awesome.
So what is that? And is that a PS4 game?
Crypt of the Necro Dancer.
Crypt
Yes.
of the Next
I can't
Dancer.
remember if it's a PS4. I know for sure that
Crypt of the.
yeah, you have a password.
I got it. So
Couple of
it is not
no,
Windows, Mac, Linux.
But it's fun.
you still dance.
I've-
Necro Dancer just sounds
Yeah.
fun. I can
No,
do that.
I'll
does sound cool.
just bring it next time so you can at least experience it.
Cool. So do we want to say Rogue Legacy then?
Rogue
Yeah.
Legacy.
All right.
that.
So
Do
if
that.
you're if you're watching right now, if you're in the chat, if you're hanging out, and you would like to join us next week, so typically we're not doing it this week. Rachel's not here. We had a couple other things come up. Normally, what happens at this point in the show is we discuss an indie game, and we call it our indie-ish game of the week because sometimes a game
go.
just isn't fully an indie. Like Child of Light
Right.
isn't fully
Yeah,
an
it's-
indie,
it's in an
but
incubator
it feels
studio.
like an
It's
indie.
almost like the
It's indie
non-AAA
at
game
heart.
of the week, right?
Yeah.
Right. It's indie at heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so for the upcoming week, we're going to give a breakdown of Rogue Legacy.
Yeah,
and
join
we would
us.
love for you to join us in that conversation and be a part of kind of what we're doing. And I think that's it.
I feel complete.
But
So
pretty much us.
we'll wrap up the show and then continue the chat in the chat for a little bit if you guys want to stick around and talk with us. But for now, this has been episode 50. It says
3.
52, but it's actually
No, it's
53.
Hit the refresh. I changed it.
Okay, I'm not going to
It's
hit the
true.
refresh because then I'll lose stuff.
It's true.
It is episode 53 of the Little Big Cast. Again, I'm one of your hosts, Jeff Hawks. Thank you for joining. You can follow me on Twitter at Jeff Hawks. You can follow me on Twitch at, I guess, twitch.com/Mr. or twitch.tv/MRHOX Mr. Hawks. That's my PSN ID if you want to add me and play some games. That'd be cool. With me, as always, Miss Robin Hazlett.
Hola. You can follow me over on Twitter at Robin Hazlett. I'm not streaming just yet, but hopefully when the semester kind of chills just
Mellows.
a little bit, that'll happen.
Right on, right on.
But yeah,
good.
and
Excellent.
we can also find Drew where.
I will be there at, you'll find me at twitch.tv/night20, KNITE20. You'll see that on Twitter as well. That's where I am. I just got a PlayStation camera today. I brought it as set decoration. So you'll see.
That's so
probably
pretty.
the crazy thing, though, is I play when the kids are asleep.
Right.
And so it's kind of weird and hard. It's like right there next to the rooms. And so I may have to like recreate a place center where I can go downstairs and be louder. So
I'm
I
in the
hesitate to
basement.
stream. Yeah. See, I
I'm in
hesitate to
the-
stream because
in
I
the
don't want to
dungeon.
wake up the kids. But yes, I think you'll see me play Witcher 3. You'll see me
Nice.
play. Every once in a while I'll do Destiny, but really I try a lot of those smaller games. Like I was talking about Race Against the Sun.
Yeah.
The Ollie Ollie 2, like this, the PlayStation Plus
Have you
free
enjoyed
games.
Ollie
That's
Ollie
basically
2?
what I do. The PlayStation Plus free games. That's what I play.
Guacamelee.
Yes, that's the next one on my list.
I just downloaded that last night.
I'm so
Super
excited.
Championship Turbo Edition.
Yep. No, I did a little Bloodborne the other day too. Like I streamed that, but
Nice.
no, I liked Ollie Ollie 2. It was kind of fun. It was almost like a Guacamelee style Tony Hawk.
Really?
Oh, like none of the graphics, but like just
Yeah.
the fact that you have to like jump and land into the rail slide and do
Awesome.
tricks.
I
It's a lot of-
downloaded
it's a
Ollie
lot of
Ollie
this.
last night. Yeah, I'm excited.
And I did enjoy that. So super fun stuff for me. That's where you'll find me. Night 20.
Cool, and that is it for episode 53 of the Little Big Cast. Thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you next week.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Adios.
Bye bye.
And for everybody in chat, we're going to still hang out and talk.
Sure.
If you guys want to chat
Except
for a
we
little
just
bit.
lost our we just lost our chat.
Oh, did we?
Mac just died. No, my Mac just died. You can.
Okay,
I'm gonna
so
stop the
chat's still
recording,
up.
so it's not an
Go ahead
extra
and stop
long
record,
thing.
yeah. So thanks for joining us, everybody.
Oh, you know what? I might have to go. You guys can keep rocking.
I have to go pretty soon, too. I did want to mention, though, who was it up here? Tiny Giraffe 7 talked about Overwatch. I think that looks freaking awesome. Have you seen it at all?
Too much about it.
I've just watched, so I don't know too much about it other than I've watched a little bit of the gameplay from it, like some of the footage that they've put together, and it looks like a super fun game. I like the different abilities that the different characters have. I think it looks like a lot of fun. he or she, I don't know who that is. Do you think it will be the next main game in quotations, kind of like League, Counter-Strike, Hearthstone, etc.? I think it probably will be a pretty big Twitch staple for a while, as Blizzard games kind of tend to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
Blizzard doesn't screw up.
Who else? I was tragically born without rhythm.
Oh.
Me too.
You're talking about dancing?
Yeah, Caucasian. Totally Caucasian right here.
Not dancing.
Hervoldi. What up, guys? What's up, dude? Gandalf is me.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Cool.
I've been wondering.
I've always wanted Gandalf to be in the chat.
Thank you, Ken.
Heroes of the Storm is starting to get big. Let's see what else. Yeah, I said it was Blizzard KT. Always correcting me.
That's his job.
It is technically.
He's technically
I suppose.
make sure it's all right.
What else are we forgetting, guys? Stay tuned. Next week should be fun.
Well, let's figure out that Patreon. Put it all together. I mean, it's there. So I just need to find the right link to share with you guys so you can see where it's at, because it's all updated. All we need is like a welcome video and a thank you video, and it'd be set. But I'd like to get that rolling because it would be easy.
So are you gonna stream tonight?
Really, I just want a faux show.
A faux show? Gosh dang, I want a faux show.
Wanted a faux show.
Hey, how would you guys? Hey, everyone in chat, how would you guys feel about a faux show if we were recording in a Vietnamese pho restaurant? We called it the faux show. That'd be cool, right?
And really, topic would be just about anything of like
just chatting.
Show planning could be just chatting. Yeah,
just about whatever.
Oh snap! Thanks, KT. We gotta hurry and do an open.
Did you stop recording?
They did. I'll have to go up and record again.
Freak.
But you have to write something real quick. I'll go do it while you're upstairs.
Go write it. I'll keep chatting with people and figure this out.
Wait, no, you write it.
I'll write it. You figure it out.
I'll hit the button when you say go, and I'll frame it.
On today's show.
Let me do this.
What happens on today's show?
Jeff poops in
I don't want to say Jeff poops in a bucket as a. That was as an adult. That was an adult in the military.
I was just gonna say. I was just like,
The coffee can pooping was locked in a cage in the military.
Somebody put twerk it, Jeff. What was that? What were we talking about? Oh, you working your way into E3 behind closed doors. Jeff,
yeah.
Behind closed doors.
Jeff.
What happens behind
plans
Jeff's closed doors?
His super spy approach to E3.
Robin regrets ever signing up for this.
Robin regrets.
Robin is the.
Wait, you regret the LBK or the 7:30 class?
No, the relay, you jerk.
Robin regrets joining the LBK.
You guys are the only ones who understand me.
Robin regrets her 5-mile commitment. Her 6.3 mile commitment.
1. What do you know more?
And Drew, what do you do, Drew?
No, Drew does like everything. Like you.
And
go
Drew
on, like,
literally does everything.
Yeah, before noon.
Ooh, hey, a story I was gonna share. So Drew does all this yard work and crap. My wife tried to mow our lawn because I hurt my back last week and I couldn't do it. She tried to mow our lawn and started having like contractions 3/4 of the way through.
Oh my gosh.
So our yard is 3/4 of the way mowed and it's still not done because I can't do it. Like, so
over and mow your lawn. I'll do it.
No, you're not doing that.
Fix your lawn.
All right, so I'm ready to go.
Ready? Okay.
You have a baby or you have a back. Or you can have baby back ribs.
Got that baby back. That baby back. Hey, so if you're watching right now and you haven't hit the subscribe or favorite or follow button, whatever that is, please do that. That would be awesome. That would make us happy.
I'd like to think that we are.
It's fun chatting with you and hanging out. Yeah, so yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah, things.
It's just whatever. I'm hot. Yeah. I don't hear that every day. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the official PlayStation podcast of the KT Data Network. We're the LittleBigKast. I don't know if you knew that. On today's show, Jeff plans his super spy approach to E3 because I'm going to sneak behind closed doors. Robin regrets her 6.1 mile commitment.
Yeah, the things that I shouldn't have done in the
And Drew literally does everything like literally.
And before
All this and
noon.
more. And before noon. Yeah, he's a go-getter. All this and more on episode 53 of the LittleBigKast. Welcome, everybody. Yo, chat, how was that intro? I dropped the mic like a phantom.
No, if you drop the mic, I'll kick your face.
Drop a mic like a phantom.
Wow, really? Really?
Haven't you ever listened to Blackalicious?
No.
That's my jam.
No, it's not.
Because I'm the verbal human monster, the wood enhancer. Yeah, I know all kinds of rap, dude. Don't even test me.
Man, you and Eric Harvey.
Yo, Tiny Giraffe, what's up?
Yeah. Hey, everybody, thanks for everything. We're gonna say goodbye now.
Yep.
Kisses.
Kisses and everything.
I have to go get a haircut.
You get a haircut. I'm going to preschool graduation
Fun.
Oh, boy.
for the hammer-wielding 3-year-old.
I was just going to say, like, is this for, like, the devil child?
You know what it is? It's just that
do I
she's
need
had
to
a
turn off
serious
the
streak.
stream?
I'll
Or
go
do you
get
do
it.
that
I'll go
upstairs?
get it.
Okay.
But
Hey,
yeah, it's
bye, everyone.
Serious streak.
Thank you.
'Kay.
Thank you.
Night
I
all.
don't know where I'm waving. Bye.
I'll come clean it up later. Sort of. I own this place, right?
Unplug me.
I can do whatever I want.
You can do whatever the F you want.
I own this place.
Whatever the F.